Welcome back. We're talking Tupperware on the show today. We have Amanda Mckeen joining us. She is a director for Tupperware in our region. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I didn't know people were still selling Tupperware. You don't hear about it as much as you used to.
You don't, but it's definitely building back up and gaining a ton of popularity, and there are certainly a ton of parties happening right here in Kamloops.
Okay, well, we have a whole bunch of stuff on the table. How has Tupperware changed over the years?
It's changed quite a bit. I thought I'd kind of start out with some of the traditional stuff that people remember that their mom and their grandma had.
Exactly.
But there's definitely some new stuff that I'm going to talk about as well.
Okay.
Almost more stuff than we can talk about today. So
okay, all right.
I picked some of my favorites. So I thought I'd start with the Tupperware Toys. So everyone remembers this one in the classic primary colors. I brought the two fun colors here because they're on special. They're available only this month. So fantastic for anybody if you've got spring baby showers coming up, that kind of stuff. And
didn't they have these when we were young too?
Oh yeah.
So they've been around forever, really?
A lot of years, yeah. Tupperware has actually been around for almost 70 years now.
No kidding.
Yeah, so definitely a well-known brand, and you might have more products that are Tupperware in your cupboard than you realize when you go home and look. Yeah.
And I will say this, I think Tupperware is the best in terms of keeping things shut, no leaking, like it's a sure thing. That's what I've always noticed. Tupperware is very trustworthy that way.
Exactly, guaranteed airtight, liquid tight. So you're never gonna have any spills, even if it drops upside down or gets thrown into a backpack and, you know, at school gets tossed upside down, doesn't matter.
Which it will.
Yeah. So,
okay, let's continue on.
So yeah, there's the salt and pepper shakers, which I thought I'd bring. Everybody remembers their mom or grandma had these.
Yep.
Right now, basically, you buy the salt and pepper shakers and you get the butter keeper for free. So that's a good little deal. There's the chip and dip, which is a newer product. And it's got the little dip bowls that come right off the side. So you can do a salad with 2 different dressings or your chips and your dip. A great punch bowl as well. And the lid itself actually doubles as a serving platter. So, you know, you get to where you're going, you take the lid off and you can put some veggies or melons or whatever you've got on that. So very multi-purpose. And that one I brought today because it's actually on sale for over 60% off right now. Wow. Only until midnight tonight though.
Okay, so good to know.
Yeah, I wasn't going to talk about that one, and then this last minute sale came out. So
there you go, all good.
Yeah. Next one, this is the gravy shaker. Many people remember Tupperware's old gravy shaker.
Yes.
So it's redesigned a little bit. It's a little bit bigger because many people are now using them for their protein shakes and diet shakes. Okay. But it's got this little insert, and what that does is that will pulverize any powders you have. So that's why no lumpy gravy, right? Also no lumpy protein shakes. Great for things like pancake mix or even your scrambled eggs. You'll get really fluffy scrambled eggs in that. So. So Susan, anytime anybody invites me into their home or their workplace and I get to talk about Tupperware, I really appreciate that because that allows me to be a stay-at-home mom and still contribute to my house. So as a thank you for inviting me today, I'd like to give that to you.
Thank you. How wonderful. This is great. I do not have one of these, so
yeah, well, every household needs one. So
awesome. Thank you.
Next one I want to talk about, this is Tupperware's #1 seller. Okay. And one of our newer products, although not brand new. These are the Fridge Smarts. So these will extend the life of your produce. Probably 3 to 4 times is what you're used to it lasting. So it's got on the top this little vent, right? And there's corresponding symbols and you slide the vent back and forth. So that lets your produce breathe and it gives it the humidity it needs. So you look up what you've got. Let's say you've got grapes and you see they're in a box that has a solid circle. So you just slide your vent to the solid circle and then your grapes will last much longer.
No kidding.
I've actually had grapes last 2 months in these.
Wow.
And I brought some mushrooms today. So I don't know how well we can see them, but there's the mushrooms that were in the Fridge Smart container.
Okay, do you want me to hold this one?
Sure, I'll just hold these ones up here. Okay. Those are the ones that were just in the grocery store container.
Wow.
So I bought these on Sunday all together.
What a difference, look at that.
Yeah, they all came from the same box at the grocery store. So your mushrooms will probably last up to a month in the Fridge Smart containers. Berries will last 3 weeks, spinach up to 3 weeks, celery will easily last 7 or 8 weeks. So absolutely stretches your grocery dollar. Investing in these today they'll pay for themselves and just keep paying you back because you're not going to throw away that produce. You get to eat it.
Who isn't throwing out produce? And right now produce is expensive, right? So
exactly, yeah.
We have about a minute left.
Okay, last thing I want to talk about. So this is a brand new product. It's called a Grate Master. You can see it all comes apart, so it all goes in the dishwasher. You can choose a large grate. That one's a smaller grater. You throw it all together like this, right? And it just slides in and then it suctions onto your counter. So then you put your cheese, your carrots, whatever you like in there. I've got some carrots today, right? You just pop them in. Whoops. And you put a bowl and then you just grate away. So fantastic if you're doing, you know, zucchini bread, carrot bread. Whoops, helps if we go the right direction.
That's okay, here it comes.
Cheese, right? If you're buying pre-grated cheese, not only is that costing you more, but it has preservatives and powders on it to keep it from clumping. So grating your own cheese will save you money as well as be healthier for your family.
Sure.
And you're also not going to grate your nails and your skin into your cheese and your fruits and veggies.
No one wants that, really.
Yeah, so this is probably our newest product. It just came out this year.
Yeah, this is very cool.
Yeah.
There's some really great stuff coming out with Tupperware. I had no idea there's so much of different things. So I really appreciate you being here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, great stuff here. If you're interested, want to learn more information on the screen, you can get a hold of Amanda via Facebook or by amandamckeen.mytupperware.ca. Information right there. Phone number as well. Cool stuff here. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.